Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It's morning, like I said. I was getting ready for the day. I went to the gym this morning, got home, and it was one of those days where I went to do something cute to my hair. I started to like braid the sides of it and stuff, and I was like, we're gonna have a cute day. I literally did like 2 things, and I was like, this is not happening. And I was just like, I do not have enough energy or caffeine in me right now to make this happen. So let's go ahead and have some coffee. I've been doing something a little bit differently on the days that I go to the gym. So as a registered dietitian, hi, if you're new here, my name is Colleen. I am a non-diet registered dietitian here to show you what balance and not having food rules and being flexible, yet still caring about your health and how you take care of your body. We balance those things here. One important thing after working out is replenishing our muscles, because our muscles are working hard for us, and protein is essentially like the building blocks of muscle. So having some protein after we work those muscles is super key. But if you're like me and also need some coffee in the morning to function, and then you also try to have a protein shake, that's a lot of liquid. And I already pee enough a lot as it is, like we don't need to do that. And that's probably like a battle that I have been going back and forth for a while, because I've also been very into like smoothies, and it's just so much. So we are actually going to, let me grab this. Okay, I've been using these Javvys, which is like a protein coffee mix. I'll show you how I make it. Deciding between, I have a few of their flavors. Original or caramel. I think we're gonna go caramel today. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I saw this go viral on the TikTok. Honestly, I love efficiency. Instead of buying like 2 things, if you use like a coffee mix or something like that, you got it all in here. And the flavor, like I said, they got a lot of them. I will say, I'll show you how I'm going to make it. So we're gonna kind of do like a creamy caramel iced coffee, but play around with your own like ratios. Like I'm gonna use water and some milk, and then I'm gonna use 2 scoops of this to get 20 grams of protein to help prepare for my workout. But like I said, there's really no necessarily wrong way to make it. I'll show you how I do it, but it says on the package to use about 8 ounces of cold water or milk. Again, you can do it however you want. I like to start with water and then we'll add some milk in. So here we go. We're gonna start with our water, some cold water here. Then I'm gonna do, like I said, 2 scoops. You can do 1 or 2. 2 is gonna give you the 20 grams of protein here. Each scoop has 10. So we will. Got 1. I like, if I'm doing 2, I'll go ahead and froth it a little bit first before adding the second one. Love a good frother with some speed. Okay, so we've got 1. Go ahead and add my second scoop. Oh my gosh, I can already smell it. Literally, it smells so good. So I'm gonna add my second and mix. Speed on this thing, guys. Gonna wipe that up. Colleen's a little messy. There we go. A little bit of milk. Yeah, baby. Nice color, caramely color. We love to see it. Cheers. I like it best tasting with milk. Potentially an unpopular opinion, guys. I don't like ice. I don't like it in my coffees. We were recently on vacation and I asked, I was like, can I have an iced coffee with no ice? And they were like, what? I don't like ice. It just waters it down, you know? It does get a little frothy. All right, we're getting on track today. If you wanna get fancy, you can add a little cold foam on top. I have a recipe I will put in the description for like a copycat cold foam recipe at home. I'll link that for you. Tastes like coffee, not chalky protein, none of that chalky aftertaste. We love to see it. Okay, friends, we have a busy day, so now that I'm fueled and caffeinated, we're gonna go ahead and get the day started. I also do love that, especially for like busy days like today, there's no sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no stevia or anything like that, so it does kind of help my blood sugar stay stable. Also, I can be really picky about like protein powders because there's certain ingredients and certain sweeteners that really will upset my stomach, but this one has pretty simple ingredients. If you're worried about like tummy upset or lots of additives, this can be really helpful. Okay. All right, I'll check back in with you later. We'll make a little snacky snack, and I'm gonna go wait for this caffeine to kick in. Mocha. Allow me to introduce you to probably what's gonna be your new favorite snack. We made froyo. So literally just took raspberries, Greek yogurt, and I used a scoop of the mocha. It's got that chocolate raspberry, delicious. Let's put it in a bowl. It's really good. What I love about this combo is that it gives you some fiber. It gives you some protein. Fiber and protein are super important for a filling snack. And then it also gives you that, I like to have this in the afternoon, like a little bit of a caffeine boost. It's literally perfect. Look how thick and delicious that is. We love to see it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is the perfect mid-afternoon snack. It's so good. Honestly, you could also use this as part of breakfast. It also has probiotics and MCTs, guys. This is just like so like full. This is a snack fully loaded. Froyo at home. Okay, so I finished my, do I have anything in my face? I'm notorious for eating and then just picking up the camera and having stuff all over my face. But I am gonna make one more thing while I'm in break mode right now. It's actually gonna be for tomorrow and while I have the Javvy out. So we're gonna make some oats with a boost. Okay, so it's my husband's birthday tomorrow. So we have a busy morning on top of having to do like a usual work day. I have to go pick up the cake. I have to wrap his gifts. It's my fault. I left it all to the last minute. Love you, honey. But I did order the cake on Friday. I'll show it to you guys. We have this tradition where we order each other different like fun food cake, like food themed cakes. Why food themed? It has nothing to do with me being a registered dietitian. It's just the fact that they always in the bakery have these cool cakes in the case that they display, and they're just like fun food ones. So I'll show you tomorrow. But moral of the story, tomorrow is gonna be a really busy day. So I'm gonna make some overnight oats with my usual recipe. I'll show you how I do that. So we're gonna start with some oats here. I do about a half cup of everything. Some yogurt makes it super creamy. Liquid of choice, you can use milk or water. I'm gonna add, I think we're gonna go French vanilla. I feel like that's just like such a classic flavor. And then you can add like whatever, like maybe I'll add some of those raspberries that I used earlier, or I'll chop up an apple tomorrow or something. I don't know, TBD, but I think we'll use some vanilla. Again, this is such a nice way to get caffeine and protein in the morning. It's got 80 milligrams of caffeine per serving, so boom. Right there. Like I said, super great if you struggle with that never-ending urination, especially in the morning as you play the tug-of-war game between coffee and water and hydration. This is a gold mine. I'm gonna go ahead and mix her up. We literally just made cold brew overnight oats, friends. Okay, that's really good. I keep making a mess. Anywho, like I said, jazz it up however you want, but we're gonna let this sit overnight, or at least like, I usually say like 2 hours for these, but this is ready to go for the morning. Okay guys, it is the next day, so we're gonna have our oats, and let me tell you what, I'm so excited that I made these. They're the perfect consistency. Yesterday, because I've got to get moving this morning, I have to go pick up the cake today. So I'm glad I have my breakfast all prepped, but let me show you what I'm gonna do to this, because I'm not gonna eat them right this second. True Colleen fashion, I feel like everything tastes better when it has like a little bit of ice cream vibes. So we have our oats here, and then what you can do is take frozen berries or fruit or anything like that, and I'm just gonna add some in here and then mix this up. I'm gonna pop it back in the fridge for just about like 20 minutes. And what this does is it's going to kind of like freeze the oats a little bit. Kind of makes it like a froyo kind of thing. Not quite like what we did yesterday, but very good. So I'm gonna pop this back in the fridge, and then I have just a couple more things that I have to get ready. I also have to get a card. I have to wrap some gifts. So I'm just gonna get myself together, and we'll come back in like 20 minutes. See what I'm talking about? How see that is like so much thicker? Oh, yes, perfect. We love to see it, friends. You get that flavor, a little bit of that coffee vibes with the vanilla, with the raspberry. It's so freaking good. If you have not put a little bit of protein in your oats, I would highly recommend doing so and seeing what you notice, because protein can really help with keeping your appetite stable throughout the day and managing cravings. And this, again, I'm gonna say the same thing I said yesterday. It's nice to be able to eat this, get a little bit of caffeine, because I'm also drinking water. If I were to be drinking this and coffee right now, getting out the door, I would have to pee so many times, and there's nothing worse than having to pee when you're running errands, because where are they in the stores? Can I make it to the next store without, you know, my bladder bursting? It's really just efficient, you guys. Like, why has no one told me about this before? I don't know, but I'm telling you. Thank you so much to Javvy for partnering with me on this video. I hope you loved it. Hope you got some different ideas. And if you do want to give it a try, you can get 20% off your first order. That's a pretty good discount. And free shipping in the US over orders of 50. Just use code Colleen 74339. I will put it all on the screen here and in the description. If you're wanting to try this, which I highly recommend, like I said, I've used it in multiple ways. I think it's so versatile. Be sure to do so before this link expires. That's good stuff. Okay guys, I'm gonna finish this. Like I said, busy morning, so I'm gonna get moving and grooving here. I will put a clip in here what the cake is. Like I said, at this time I haven't told my husband. He's upstairs, so I don't want to say it. So I will show you after this. But thank you so much for tuning into the video. Again, thanks to Javvy for partnering with me on it. Hope you loved it. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment if there's any other ways also that I should be trying to use this, or if you've tried it before, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.